Every Disney princess has a different story, but they all have one thing in common, is that they lead with heart, and that's the kind of leader I want to be. So today I am going behind the scenes with Disney Princess to see how these worlds that we love are created. From animation to imagination, because creating your world starts with believing you belong in it. Let's go. Hi!
Welcome to Disney Animation.
Thank you for having me, yes.
And this is exactly where all of the stories of the Disney princesses are made.
And all the magic.
All the magic is done here. Do you have a favorite film?
I do, Tangled.
I worked on that film. That was the
Really?
first film I worked on.
It's just so special.
I have something to show you.
Okay.
I'd love to show you this wall. So we have our visual development artist at the time, Claire King.
Wow.
She designed the interior of Rapunzel's tower.
Wow.
And so we asked her to come and paint a mural on this wall.
This is incredible.
I love this wall because it reminds me of kind of when I worked on my first film. Why do you love Rapunzel so much?
She's just so creative. She has such a sweet heart, and her hair is inspired me to keep my hair, not to cut it. And she's just so beautiful and amazing.
It's so fun to see kind of early sketches of characters. There's Tiana kissing the frog.
That she turns into the frog.
And she turns into the frog, I know. I love just looking at it to see what the early sketches were and what the early ideas were of these films.
Disney princesses have inspired generations of kids. How do you make sure their stories are bold, fresh, and fearless?
Well, we do a lot of work in story, and when we are creating these stories with our Disney princesses, everybody has different personalities, everybody has different strengths and challenges, and so we really talk about who this character is and who this princess is and build from there.
You're an Oscar-winning producer. Bringing Encanto and Moana 2 to life, what for you makes a strong story? And in the case of Moana 2, a strong princess story.
I always want to tell a story that I connect to and that I find traits of myself or my daughter or my family in. We want to laugh. We always want to make sure we entertain and we want to have a good time.
If you were to have to pick an animal sidekick to take with you for in real life, who would it be and why?
I would love Pua just around me just to make me happy.
For me, it would have to be Pascal from Tangled, because he's, low-key, always watching. He's stylish and expressive. This is so cool because, you see the drawings and then you see the actual film and you're like, how did that come alive?
Would you like to go check out some artwork?
Yeah, sure. So my top 3 are Rapunzel, Moana, and Tiana.
Well, we've got all of those represented here. So I'm part of a team that is responsible for the care and preservation of all of the animation art.
Oh, wow.
So all of the art from 1923 all the way up to today.
This is so special, and that she holds it in her pocket every day and manifesting that and telling the universe that she wants it and dreaming hard. I love that about her.
And you can see different iterations of the characters. So another part of the production process are these 3D maquettes as well.
This?
Yeah,
oh,
so
wow.
that's a 3D model, and that's something that the studio's been doing since the earliest days.
Disney princesses' stories are full of creativity and confidence. How do you decide which moments deserve to be on the wall? Like the quiet ones or the big iconic ones?
I think that sometimes those big iconic moments are the quieter ones.
Yeah.
So if you look at this piece that you mentioned when you first walked into the room, Moana, I think this is a really beautiful piece. This is by Lisa King, and it really shows and sets up her relationship with the ocean, right? But also her curiosity.
What is one magical piece that you've archived that still gives you goosebumps every time you see it?
I know that one of your favorite princesses is Rapunzel.
Yes.
I really, really love this moment here. This is by Claire Keane, and I just absolutely adore this piece. The colors and the lighting are very, very soft, but you can see in Rapunzel's expression and in her pose that she is strong and determined.
And confident.
And confident, right? It reminds me a little bit of a Renaissance painting as well.
Yes.
And it's just something that I would expect to like be hanging up in a museum.
I would definitely have this like in my room.
All right, so I think next up for you is to take your own shot and learn how to do this on your own, right?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for having me and letting me see these pieces. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a really wonderful rest of your
I
day.
will. I'm going to soak it all in. Hi. It's so nice to meet you. Oh my God.
Of course.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So we're gonna draw Tiana.
I'm so excited. This is such a cool experience.
I drew Tiana a whole lot for about 1.5 years.
Wow.
The rule is almost on every single character you'll ever draw, you're going to start with a circle. So just on your page,
So you can find it.
just draw. Yeah. Most of her face, we're going to just finish it out with her jaw coming from her ear. All that.
Wow.
One of my favorite sidekicks is Ray. So just above Tiana's hand, we're gonna create a little round triangle shape. It's one of my favorite parts about Ray too. You know, he's just a little guy, but he made a huge difference.
He has so much heart.
Yeah, so much heart. He's got these little eyelids because he's always happy, squinting and whatnot. Create our little toes. And right back up to our body. Just to finish it off, you can shade in the mouth a little bit. That is how you draw Tiana and
Wow.
Ray.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, you did a great job.
Absolutely.
you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much for having me and for letting me keep these. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Walt. Guys, today I am here at Mattel and I am super excited to be here. This is where Mattel creates the worlds of Disney Princess. Let's go. Hi.
Taylor.
It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. I'm Jacqueline. I'm a designer here at Mattel.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Mattel Design Center.
This is literally a dream come true to be here. Like, this is so exciting.
This is where the world of Disney princess dolls comes to life here at Mattel.
Wow.
We are going to share some really cool different stations.
This is so cool.
First, our Rapunzel birthday doll. She is so cute. She has that
Oh,
giant ball gown dress. And you can see these are some of the pattern pieces actually.
wow.
And you could feel free to touch this stuff too if you want. Here we have our Disney princess dolls. Of course, every year we try to refresh their looks, but still, of course, making them look like how they would in the movie.
Yeah.
A nice little twist. This section is all about their sidekicks. This is going off of the Care for Your World segment. So they're caring for their little sidekicks. It's nothing without their pets. It all starts with models made out of foam core here that are just printed and drawn and cut out just so we can check out the scale of everything and the size.
That's incredible. I've never seen like something go from that to this.
So there are so many different people involved in creating a doll. Of course, you see a little bit of that here, but now we're gonna go to the hair rooting station and the face painting station.
Oh my God.
So if you wanna follow me.
Welcome to our hair and face department.
Wow.
This is where a lot of the magic happens. We partner with designers to help their product come to life. So we start with a sketch. We work on a canvas that's blank, and we work with a talented group of hair and face designers to help them add face and then root and style the hair to look like this.
That is just iconic.
Pretty cool, right? We work on all of the princesses that you see there, and we use charts like the one behind you to select all the hair colors to see which one best matches. It's pretty neat, huh?
Yes. Wow.
We're going to introduce you to Min Tom, who is one of our very talented face designers, and she's going to show you how she does her mesh.
I like your space buns.
Thank you.
Very cute. So I just grab a little bit of paint and I kind of like water it down so it's like nice and diluted. And I just go ahead and create it on. And I'm gonna paint like this line that goes around the green part of her eye, like that. And then I would just kind of layer it on so it gets darker and eventually looks like that.
We're going to show you the next cool part. Aki, one of our hair designers, she's going to show you how we add the hair onto the brother.
So here is Rapunzel. She's got no hair so far,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go ahead and root her long, beautiful blonde hair.
Oh, wow. How many heads can you do a day?
If it's a simple style, I could probably do like 6 or 8 heads a day. It's a lot like a sewing machine. We can adjust like the length of the hair. So in this case, Rapunzel has some really long hair. And then now I'm gonna go in and do her part. That is looking more like Rapunzel, I think, right?
Yes.
You want to try to feel it?
Wow, this is crazy.
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Here is Kataya, our magical sculptor.
It's so nice to meet you.
It's an honor. So I'm part of the sculpting team here at Mattel, and I work a lot on dolls and Disney Princess. This is sort of what would happen when we're going through making a doll, and we use this interesting arm here. It's called a haptic arm, and what's kind of special about it is that it allows me to feel the clay virtually. So I can actually feel this little sculpt as I'm on top of it. I'd like to invite you to try it.
Oh, yeah, that would be so cool.
If you grab this arm and then you push forward, do you feel like,
Yeah.
can you trace the circles in the tail? Yeah, there you go. You're moving it. It's neat that you can feel it. But this is probably the tool I use the most.
That is so cool. That you literally can feel the clay.
Yeah. Switching from traditional clay to doing it on the computer.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm Bobby. I run our day-to-day for 3D printing.
Wow.
And so we do have a lot going on inside of this room. Here at Mattel, we have 14 3D printers. The one we're looking at here, you can see it printing something you might recognize.
Pascal.
The scoff, yes, it is the scoff. The way this machine works is all these cartridges here have liquid plastic in them. And just like a paper printer or an ink-based printers, it just lays a very thin layer on top of one another, and it stacks everything over and over again. When a part comes off, we just use the boost back here just to rinse that gel off, and then we have the part that we need that can go to the designer to see what it looks like. If we need to, we print it again until we get it just right.
That's so cool.
The reason for having so many different 3D printers is, like with this technology, it prints the really big parts really fast. And then we even have some, like these machines on the back wall. These would be the types of plastics that we would use in production.
Wow.
So that's kind of the reason why we have so many. We are printing every day, literally hundreds of parts for all the designers we have in the building.
This is so cool in here.
Right?
Yeah. So the 3D printers are great to utilize for trying to figure out what scale you want things.
Yeah.
Gus, for instance, we needed to see how he scales up compared to our princesses. We can print them out, test the scale, test the function of things. We can make parts move and open. Eventually, it becomes a final finished product.
This is so fun. So nice to meet you.
So nice to
I'm
meet
a hugger.
You too.
You're honoring decades of Disney magic, but also opening doors for new fans to imagine their way in these worlds. How do you balance tradition with transformation?
As doll designers, what's important to do is to take in all of the history, but also always have an eye and a filter for the future and the present. So taking the rich storytelling that Disney Princess gives us, and then putting it through a filter of what's happening right now. What's cool now, what's trendy now, what do kids want to see, what do collectors want to see, and how do we keep taking those stories and retelling them in different ways?
Yes, absolutely. When you are designing a Disney Princess doll, what is one detail that has to be perfect to the T, like non-negotiable?
Do I have to pick one? Let's just start with, we have some dolls here, but let's just start with these gorgeous faces.
Yes.
Every single one is a little different.
Yeah.
Every single one has personality and character and aspects that we as Disney Princess fans are gonna look at and be like, that's so Ariel, That's
That is
so
so
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
That's
so
so Jasmine.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really important when we're sculpting those heads that we get it just right, true to character. Because where we fall in love with Disney Princess quite often is in animation.
Yes. Every princess has a different story. How do you make sure that girls around the world see themselves in the Disney Princess dolls?
Well, what's so interesting about the Disney princesses, exactly as we've been talking about, is that rich storytelling. And we get to know them. We get to know what are the things that they love, what are their strengths, what are their challenges, like how do they grow and evolve in those stories, and that makes them unique, right? And that is what you and I and all the Disney Princess fans in the world can connect with. And then you put the sidekicks in, which add a whole other dose of either contrasting personality or humor, or all of those things come together to make them so real and so relatable.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me and having this time with me.
Of course.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Today was all about discovering how Disney princesses create their worlds, and I got to create mine too. From drawing with the animators to designing dolls, I really saw how imagination turns into magic.